Juarez бойлом из страны. Let's go! Кидаю почку, ты только помесной урок. Я раздуваюсь на глазах, мне не нужен биолог. Не дам насоливать, все, я делаю рывок. Я уничтожу все пельмени за один глоток. Тесто мясо, набираю массу. Я сегодня злой, я выхожу на трассу. В животе пожар, я превращаюсь в танк. Когда ем пельмени, я иду ва-банк. Погоди секунду, бицепс завал рубаху. Выросла борода, всех посылаю нафиг. Кто там был худой, теперь я как гора. В моей крови течет кипящая вода. Да не дай мне вилку, я теряю контроль. Где моя кастрюля? Это моя роль. Я не влезаю в дверь, я проломил проем. Зацени мой бицепс и чудовищный объем. Я вырос из штанов, я вырос из проблем. Ты спросишь, что сигарет, я просто много ем. Другие пацаны жуют свои салаты, а я здесь на массе, я теперь бородатый. Они не знают, в чем секрет моей огромной силы. Пока ты спишь, я прогрызаю вилкой свои жилы. Я говорю им, брат, ты просто не видал замес. Когда пельмени в пузе, в меня вселился бенз. Они не знают, в чем секрет моей огромной силы. Пока ты спишь, я прогрызаю вилкой свои жилы. Я говорю им, брат, ты просто не видал замес. Когда пельмени в пузе, в меня вселился бенз. А я могу стоять, ноги идут в пляс. Слышишь этот ритм, это пельменный бас. Торчу паркет, соседи вызывают мусоров. На мне кричит одежда, нет-то больше швов. Глаза горят огнем, я викинг, я атлет. Вкуснее этой пищи, стало в мире нет. Закинул 20 штук и снова в бой иду. Я чувствую, как тесто превращается в руду. Иди-ка, парень, ты хотел забрать тарелку. Лучше отойди, мету, устрою перестрелку. Лавровый лист летит, как сюриген ниндзя. Трогать мой обед категорически нельзя. Я машина, я мутант, я стал огромным и опасным. Борода моя топола, я считаю уже прекрасно. Я топчу с танцпол, пока я с ног не упаду. Кухня это пуля боя, я в пельменном, блин, раю. Yeah, full power.
Так, итак, всем привет. Давно меня не было, к сожалению. Потому что я очень много работал, плюс бухал. Как бы это ни было прискорбно. Так что, пожалуйста, прошу не обессуживать меня, не судить. Не судите меня строго. Ай, сейчас, секунду, я все сделаю, только быстренько. Ну, и мы пойдем играть. Так. Сейчас, одну секунду. Мне надо... Только не говори, что вышло. Не, слава богу, не вышло. Слава яйцам! Так, все, вроде все сделал, все. Можно продолжать. Так, начать игру. История. Да, обычная. Я все равно не знаю, что за игра, поэтому лучше обычная пока. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Я что забыл? Я сейчас быстренько исправлю. Подожди. А-па-па-па, блядь. А-па-па-па-па. Так. Вот что я забыл. И пистолетик. Не-не. Можно продолжать.
Believe so. I haven't been here in many years.
Я же поставил. Подожди, я же поставил. Подожди, я же поставил русский язык. Какого хуя? Нет, нет, это не то. Я же ставил русский язык. Ебать тебя в уши, сука. Какого хуя? Вернись. Ты развернись. Вот же здесь или чё? Печен, дата. Они не переведены, что ли? Серьезно? Ебать, то есть касцены не переведены только, остальное все переведено. Надо будет еще с касценами что-то сделать. Не знаю, может завтра видно будет, возможно завтра сам их переозвучу нахуй. Просто вставлю туда. Я же... Если что там сколько... целый гик нахуй. Ну, кстати, сразу... Нет, не Альтер, а Alt F1, по-моему, да? Нет. Так. Alt F3. Динамическая сочность сразу сделаем. HDR. Так, это кача не надо. Ну все, в принципе, пойдет. Начать игру. История обычная. Ладно, а катсцены буду озвучивать. Типа, блядь, не полная версия. А хотя, подожди. Мне там на одном, подожди, на гоуфраге мне писали. Где-то гоуфраг был, да? Ладно. Ваш. Гоуфраг, где гоуфраг? Гоуфраг. Подожди, а может здесь есть, нет? Так, а что тут написано, не написано? Нет, у них тоже язык озвучки. Опять перезапускать надо. Так, а что ты вышел? Я сегодня начну когда-нибудь, я не знаю. Ладно, буду озвучивать, похуй. Потом можно будет как-нибудь переозвучить, попробовать, хотя бы это, двуголосым, ну типа одноголосым. Потом попробую, посмотрю. Ой, стой, малыш.
Don't I know
Ты
you, sir?
знакомишься?
Don't believe so.
Не думаю.
I've
Я
been here many
не был здесь
years.
уже много лет.
Name's
Silas
Silas
Greaves.
Greaves.
Silas Greaves?
Так,
The
говорит,
bounty hunter?
охотник за головами?
Used to be.
Да, был когда-то.
What are you
Что
doing
делаете
here
у нас в
now?
обелене?
Just passing through.
Просто проезжал мимо.
Got a little
Нужно
business
решить
to
одно
take
небольшое
care of.
дельце.
Well, sir,
Что ж,
it
так,
would be
для
an
меня будет
honor
честь,
if you
если вы
would allow
позволите
me to
купить
buy you
вам
a
пиво.
beer.
Hell, son, it would be my
Как
honor to
возьми,
drink it.
парень, для меня
I'm
будет
Molly.
тоже честь. Я Боли, привет.
I'm Dwight.
Меня зовут
That's
Дуайт,
Jack
сэр.
and
Это
Steve.
Джек и
Ben's
Стив.
behind the bar.
За стойкой Бен.
Oh, I bet you got some great
Вижу, вам
stories.
есть что порассказывать. Да, есть несколько историй, хотя хоть одна
Jack,
правдивая.
be nice.
Джек, будь
A
повежливым.
few.
What about
Парочка.
your shootout
Что
with
насчет
Henry
вашей
Plummer's
перестрелки с
guy?
бандой
In
Генри
Bannock,
Пламера в
Montana?
Беннике, штат
Is
Монтана?
that where you started as a
Это
bounty
после
hunter?
нее вы стали охотником за
That's what it
головами?
says in
Так
this
сказать,
here dime
как
novel.
сказано в этой книжке.
Don't believe
Не
everything
верь
you
всему,
read
что
in them
написано в
dime
грошевых
novels,
романах,
boy.
парень.
First man I hunted
Впервые
was back
взялся
when I was
высадить
riding
человека,
with
когда
Billy
еще
the
работал
Kid.
с Билли
You
Кидом.
knew Billy the
Вы знали
Kid?
Билли Кида?
Damn right.
Да, черт подери.
That
Этот
scrawny
козлявый
son of a
сукин сын
bitch
ни
had
черта не
no
боялся
fear.
и не отступал
Wouldn't
ни
back
перед
down for
кем.
nobody.
I heard he collected
Я
the
слышал,
10
он собирал
stars off
значки
any
всех
crooked
фальшивых
lawman he
законников, которые
crossed.
вставали у него на пути.
It was a war,
Да,
boy.
настоящая война,
The
парень.
Lincoln County
Война в
War.
графстве Линкольн.
Billy promised
И
his
Билли
regulators
поклялся,
would
что
take the
регулятор
life
отнимет
of
жизнь у
every
каждого сукин
bastard who
сына,
helped
который поможет
bushwhack
треклятому
John
Джону
Tunstall.
Танцелу.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder
Кит
and a
был
hair
очень
trigger
раздражительным и
temper.
вспыльчивым, и это делало его
Made him
дьявольски
dangerous as
опасным.
hell.
Надо будет переозвучить, что ли? Чисто так, для этого. Чисто так, для себя. Я, наверное, после стрима озвучу все ролики, чтобы, блядь, не читать это все. А то меня немножко напрягает.
It was about 30
Это
years
произошло
ago.
около 30 лет назад.
Billy was hiding out
Билли
in an
укрылся в
abandoned
заброшенной ферме
farm near
возле
Stinking Spring.
Стинкинг Спрингс.
I threw in with the
Я
kid
связался
because
с
the
Билли,
man I
потому
had
что среди
sworn
них
vengeance on was
был один,
riding
который
with
мне
Billy's
поклялся
enemies.
отомстить.
But
Чё,
before I
почему,
tell
блядь,
you
не
why
озвучено?
I
Я,
want that
короче, не
son
буду
of a
читать.
bitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
You heard Pat. We need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Who's that?
Judas!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Spread out. They're coming from the rear.
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it. So that's just what I did.
Hey,
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Нажмите Г, чтобы открыть меню навыков. Окей.
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Watch out! God damn it, he's right behind us! Where the hell's
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
I'm putting you down!
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps, sod busters, or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
God damn you! I'll do you myself!
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window.
Back door! We got
We'll cover you!
What's your plan?
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Да подожди ты, ну. А что собрать сначала?
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
А, блядь,
I
это
passed
стоит.
Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie both.
Rat in a trap. How about that? Huh? You like that?
Пилот 27 года, чертовски умен, Билли Кит.
Billy looked at me and said,
That's what
"About
I
time,
mean,
amigo.
that's all.
Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Where the hell Garrett get? He's missing all the action. Kill him! Nice save.
Да хорош ты бегать, сука. Заебали уже нахуй.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Son of a bitch!
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I?
I'll make a run for it! Those poor sons of bitches are done!
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have, like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the farm.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Боже, я с тобой неуклюжий. Пэт Гаррет. Заебись.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake. And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Фокус
Is that what that Penny
94,6%.
Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. I stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Не хочу. Я хочу так играть. Отстаньте от меня. Хотел бы сменить, давно бы сменил.
So what happened? Did
Так
Garrett
что
arrest you?
произошло? Гаррет арестовал вас? Да,
After I
как только я
came
пришел
to,
в себя, ублюдок вырубил меня, заехав мне по башке своим кольтом.
And the kid
И
surrendered?
Кит сдался?
When he realized there
За
was
что
no
он, что
getting
не
out of there
остал шанса
alive.
прийти
So
живым.
they locked you up in
Вас
Lincoln?
запрятали в Линкольн?
Indeed they did.
Совершенно верно.
Sentenced me
Приговорили
to
к
hang
виселице
right
на пару с
along with the
Кидом.
kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
А ну я пока ближним боем не пользуюсь, давай вот это качать.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Так, сейчас, одну секунду. Ну шо ты, ебатюшки. У нас тип женился, если чё. Работы. Там сейчас фотки кидает.
My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Ну, блядь, выебон. Выебистая картинка, выебистая.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled Howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away. Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could. Some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Garrett's gonna kick our ass. Can't have gotten far.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do? He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
He's in town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun. Leave him to me!
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me. I'm here!
You'll die for this. You hear me?
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
Ah, you yellow bastard!
Так, это здесь вылезем, получается.
Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket.
Так нельзя, типа, что ли, серьезно? А, типа сюда уйти надо.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free. So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I'm done with you. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was
Ебать, да какого
organizing a
хуя
posse
этот,
to
блядь,
put
с
me
мечами
down.
бегает?
I'm indestructible. Blake him. In for the kill. Don't let that asshole get away with this. Boy, you are shit out of luck.
way!
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back.
Так, что тут дальше
Would
где?
somebody kill him?
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Да ебучий в рот, блядь.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down.
Уровень пройден, блядь.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Секунду. Начинаем.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor bastards. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches always did. appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Where's he going?
See, at the time, I was still pretty green, and often blundering in regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Куда я съебался-то, я так и не понял.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I'm done with you.
Where's he going?
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunted. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Shoot that running!
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Чё, я вышел куда-то там?
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till Kingdom Come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Да, я успел.
Most everyone thought it was the Juarez who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
А, в смысле он поворачивает его, что ли? Серьезно, блядь? Да, блядь, какого хуя? Он же должен был закончить, нахуй. Давай заканчивай скрытый.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Так, давай сюда.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Good dealing with you.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what pulled me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken it.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Kill him already! Brother, I'm gonna make you pay.
Boy, you are shit out of luck. There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Так, что у нас сюда идти, да?
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Так, давай пистолеты. Фулл пистолетов качает.
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Когда буду уже остальное качать? О! Не сюда, значит, не сюда.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Что тут здесь? А, опять дует. Хлопнет, зарядит и хлопнет. Кучавый Билл.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to to dance with the devil.
Ты куда въебался?
You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? Just gonna catch my breath. Oh, wanna play hide and seek? You working for Wyatt Earp? Get him, boys! Shit!
Что-то одному-то слабо сразиться, это хуй, блядь. Один-то на один ему слабо, сука, сходиться этому гондону.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life.
Все,
But
нахуй,
Ringo
изи, блядь,
was nowhere to be
ебало,
found.
Там опять кладовочку где
I
зашел?
knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location
Да, кладовочка,
altogether.
здорово.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Следующий. Кто станет у руля, и хватит будет Джонни Ринга.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Ебать, а мы что, друг друга ёбнули, что ли? Серьезно?
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't
Ебать, это то,
always
что
true.
за счет того, что я выстрелил, меня откинуло, и я выстрелил в него.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Вот так
I was
вот
paid a
было.
healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who
Ты даже
augmented his
интересно, сколько
income by
эпизодов
shaking
всего?
down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son.
5 часов,
Indeed I
ебать, ёб
did.
твою мать. Охуеть, ну это пиздец.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape.
Это башка
And that's where I
такая.
thought I'd find him.
Я тебя сейчас убью, но. Ты чё, охуела что ли, блядь, дура? Помните. Дайте. Сейчас посмотрим, что тут можно сделать.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Get out here! Do you know who we are?
Я хотел посмотреть вообще сколько всего эпизодов, блядь, по идее. Просто очень то пошло, это пиздец, как-то я быстро это то, что я нихуя не делаю. Практически. Так. Эпизод 1. Блять, а можно мне просто нахуй, а? Объяснить. Я видел количество глав, а не вот это вот. 758, блядь, текстов прочитай нахуй, чтобы понять, блядь, ёб твою мать нахуй. Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть. А, их всего 8. 9, эпилог еще. Здесь нельзя пройти, я понял. Тут шахта закрытая. Нет, открытая, смотри как. А, типа я бы здесь тоже мог пойти, да? Я понял. Так, мне осталось 4000 до этого.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shippers. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. I thought I was some kind of hero.
Damn you!
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
You're dead!
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Son of a bitch is killing everybody! How you like that?
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Get around!
Some of those shafts could be as deep as that. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion. Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Я понял, а я так смогу, нет?
Get him!
А, то есть я уже спрыгнул, да?
You ain't beefing me. I can't hear you. I will drop you down a mine shaft. Damn!
As a boy, I always loved the 4th of July.
Take him! Take him.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube. I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side. It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, I needed to make a leap of faith. I was determined not to give up, however, as Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, People were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Где самородок? А, вот он где. Ой, блядь. Я самородок увидел, мне просто очки опыта нужны. Поэтому я это...
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Опять дуэлька, блядь, ёпта мать. Законник, пойди. Отступник, делай пламя. Окей.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! This day is just getting worse and worse for you!
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
Bastard! Damn! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Блядь, не в ту сторону повернулся. Ёб твою мать. Это сучка. Да иди нахуй, а. Опять сейчас эти побегут, да?
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up. I'm going all medieval on your ass. Bastard! Oh, I do not deserve to die like this. He's killed a lot of good men. No blood money for you today. What do you think you're doing? This
Oh, that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Так, чё?
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Что, может, на этом все? Это я так за один стрим пройду,
He
блядь.
killed his first man at
Это пятый
15.
эпизод или четвертый,
From that day
получается.
forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for
Да и я
nobody,
что-то сегодня
not
подустал
even
сильно.
Wild Bill
Потому что я
Hickok
еще окно
himself.
менял сегодня, блядь. Можно сегодня передохну немного, да? Вот так вот сделаем. Ай, не то, вот эту вот кнопку надо, да? Да. Так, давайте вот так вот. Сегодня... Да, маленький стрим. Ну, я просто уставший сильно. Прошу понять, простить. Ну, всем спасибо за просмотр. Те, кто на Твиче, фолловьтесь. Те, кто на Ютубе, подписывайтесь, комментируйте, ставьте лайки, дергайте меня за колокольчики. Ну, а с вами был Арончик. Всем удачи. Всем пока.
The water is boiling. It's time to eat. Let's go! Кидаю почку, биток, это мясной урок. Я раздуваюсь на глазах, мне не нужен белок. Не дано заливать, все, я делаю рывок. Я уничтожу все пельмени за один глоток. Тесто, тесто, мясо, набираю массу. Я сегодня злой, я выхожу на трассу. В животе пожар, я превращаюсь в танк. Когда ем пельмени, я иду ва-банк. Погоди секунду, бицепс взял рубаху. Выросла борода, всех посылаю нафиг. Кто там был худой, теперь я как гора. В моей крови течет кипящая вода. Да не дай мне выку, я теряю контроль. Где моя кастрюля? Это моя роль. Я не влезаю в дверь, я проломил проем. Зацени мой бицепс, чудовищный объем. Я вырос из штанов, я вырос из проблем. Ты спросишь, чем сигарет, я просто новием. Другие пацаны жуют свои салаты, а я здесь на массе, я теперь бородатый. Они не знают, в чем секрет моей огромной силы. Пока ты спишь, я прогрызаю вилкой свои жилы. Я говорю им, брат, ты просто не видал замес. Когда пельмени в пузе, в меня вселился бенз. Они не знают, в чем секрет моей огромной силы. Пока ты спишь, я прогрызаю вилкой свои жилы. Я говорю им, брат, ты просто не видал замес. Когда пельмени в пузе, в меня вселился бенз. А я могу стоять, ноги идут в пляс. Слышишь этот ритм, это пельменный бас. Торчу паркет, соседи вызывают мусоров. На мне кричит одежда, нет-то больше швов. Глаза горят огнем, я викинг, я атлет. Вкуснее этой пищи, стало в мире нет. Закинул 20 штук и снова в бой иду. Я чувствую, как тесто превращается в руду. Погоди-ка, парень, ты хотел забрать тарелку. Лучше отойди, мету, устрою перестрелку. Лавровый лист летит, как сюриген ниндзя. Трогать мой обед категорически нельзя. Я машина, я мутант, я стал огромным и опасным. Борода моя топола, я считаю уже прекрасно. Я топчусь на стол, пока я с ног не упаду. Кухня